Hello guys, this is Donut's Movies, and I just want to make a quick recap video to tell you what the news are and what we have gotten in the past few hours, as there has been a lot of exciting stuff that has happened recently. So I didn't fully watch the reveal, as I was streaming, I know, in a really bad time. I didn't figure it out. I thought it was like American time. I didn't know my stream was gonna start around the same time of the reveal, but I kinda stopped the stream near the start of the reveal and sort of watched most of it while streaming, so something wasn't even the best quality, but I watched most of the stuff, and honestly it was really amazing, and a lot of new info was given to us, a lot of questions that we have been wondering, also a lot of new visuals and all that stuff, like kinda to get us excited for Warlords of Draenor. So I can't really show you the footage in this video because right now I'm guessing it's copyrighted, and I don't really want to risk a copyright claim. I don't wanna go that way. I don't wanna lose my channel or anything like that. But if you want to see everything, you can check it out on the World of Warcraft YouTube channel. I don't think I have to link in the description, just type in World of Warcraft on YouTube. You got 3 or 4 videos right now. So I'm gonna just lay down a few things we have seen. So first, it was the Grommash cinematic. Well, it wasn't really the first on the reveal, but I'm just gonna go in my own way. So pretty much the Grommash cinematic, the entire cinematic of Warlords of Draenor, like the epic one. So pretty much what happens is Grommash considers drinking the blood, and all of these orcs gather Garrosh, and then they talk to Gul'dan. But he actually refuses to drink the blood, and Gul'dan tells him that they gotta offer their souls and all of that. Pretty much offer everything in order to be the conquerors. But then he doesn't want to do it, as he sees that he can do it in another way. And of course he refuses, and he is attacked by Manrot. And then a huge fight happens. An amazing part is, in my opinion, is that they added the Warcraft part where he died from the explosion. But this time he was actually saved, and he actually killed Manrot and survived this time. And immediately when I saw that, like the explosion, it was so great. And yeah, he was saved by Garrosh, so he didn't die from the entire explosion. There is this, like, from what I understood, there is this like light, and then there is like a giant explosion, and that's what killed him in Warcraft 3. Now this time Garrosh saved him, and it was pretty amazing how they incorporated that. Now confusing part for me is that the blood he's supposed to drink is green for some reason. I don't really understand, as I don't know if you remember in Warcraft 3, the blood they gave to the orcs in Warcraft, when they got to the Furbolgs, when they killed those guys, and they wanted to infect Grommash again. So the blood in the well was red, which was the blood of Manrot directly, so you could see it. I don't know why it was green, maybe because they made him green, like he was bleeding green stuff, so maybe they changed his blood, I don't know why. Maybe to relate it more to Fel Magics, or maybe before when they did it, they thought like it's blood so it should be red. Doesn't really matter, but kinda like a bit of a few inconsistencies, but I don't really care too much. And that's pretty much for the cinematic. It was really amazing. I was really mind blown. Probably one of the best cinematics, and I don't really think I've seen a bad cinematic from Blizzard yet, even from Warcraft 2. It was really great in my opinion, and we saw quite a lot of stuff, and this is like the first time I believe we saw Garrosh in like a cinematic, like a high poly model, and he looked really great in all these models. Honestly, I didn't like Grommash too much, mostly because they kind of made him look like a pig with those like, with that nose and like those tiny eyes. I don't know why they did that, but he was pretty cool after all, and the cinematic was just amazing. So if you didn't watch that, which I'm guessing you did, you should probably check that out on the World of Warcraft channel. Now, the next thing that we saw was the Lords of War, which is this amazing animated series that they added. It's kind of the same thing what they did with the Emperor in Pandaria. Like a few part thing where you can see like what's going on. And pretty much the plan is to cover Kargat, Bladefist, Grommash, Hellscream, Killrock, Deadeye, and Durotan. I'm guessing that's gonna be the order because Kargat was first. And pretty much as I said, Kargat, Bladefist was first. You can check that out on the World of Warcraft channel. The entire series, it's around 6 minutes long, and it's really amazing. I mean, the style and everything is just awesome. Like, just the animations and the storyline and everything. I mean, his backstory kinda changed a lot. But in my opinion, I mean, I know they changed a lot of stuff, mostly because they thought of this stuff in like 1994, like ages ago, like 20 years ago, and they didn't really have the same vision for the world as they do today, so I understand that they gotta change a lot of stuff. But in my opinion, they kinda changed it in a really good way, and I kinda felt sorry for him when I watched the video, which kinda sucks because he didn't really get the justice. And it kinda explains, like, in Tenan Jungle, when he tells you to kill 100 people, kind of explains why he would give you the freedom and all of that stuff. You can like earn your freedom and all of that. Now honestly, I can't wait for more of this stuff, as this is just amazing, especially for someone like me who loves lore and all of that stuff. And especially with this sort of like a comic style that I really like. I don't really like super cartoonish style, but sort of like a cartoonish comic style, even though this is a more serious one. but I still kind of like these comic animations, which is in my opinion really great, and I really wonder what they're going to do with Grom, Kilrog, and Durotan, and how they're gonna change their stories and how they're gonna look like and all of that. Now they also gave us the information who will be the final boss that I got a lot of questions about, and honestly I wasn't really excited for the answer. So they said it in an interview, I believe it's some WoW radio or something like that, and pretty much what happened is they said that the final boss for 6.0, which is pretty much the first patch, is going to be Blackhand. So he's gonna be pretty much the first boss that we're just gonna get rid of. And the boss of the expansion is going to be Gromash, which is a bit weird. I mean, they said that on BlizzCon, but people said that they did that because someone was like being a douche to them, so they kind of lied to him. But turns out this is actually true, and Gromash will be the main boss, which is mostly because he's kind of leading the Iron Horde and all of that. So honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that because Gromash is my favorite character. But yeah, I don't know, like, I will see what happens. Maybe they'll do some more story development, maybe they'll give us more reason to hate him, because in my opinion, I don't really hate him. Like, he seems so badass to this point, which is really great. And also lastly, they gave us the release date of Warlords of Draenor, and it is the 13th of November 2014. And pretty much as I predicted, I was honestly expecting something. I knew it wasn't gonna be like in December, like the 22nd of December, but I knew it wasn't gonna be in like September as some people said, so I was thinking somewhere like the end of October, like start of November, so that's kinda around that. And I do understand it's like 3 months of Siege of Orgrimmar still, but I don't really think it's too bad, and I think they can kinda pull it off. I mean, I honestly wouldn't even mind if they made it a bit longer. I know you could say that, I'm kind of a hypocrite because I'm in the beta, but honestly I'm not even playing the beta that much because I played it some parts a lot and I don't really want to play it anymore because I don't want to spoil everything for the release. But honestly, I wouldn't mind waiting if they're gonna make everything polished, but if they're gonna do it like in November and everything's gonna be polished, I can't complain. That's pretty awesome. That's around 3 months, that's a bit actually less than 3 months, so it's kinda cool, honestly. It's not gonna be too long. I mean, it passes really fast. I remember when we were waiting for the Siege of Orgrimmar patch. And yeah, hopefully everything is gonna be fully fleshed out. They're gonna get a lot of stuff. Maybe they'll even announce a new expansion on this year's BlizzCon. Hopefully, maybe, because they said they're gonna do like yearly expansions, so it could be possible, and I think it's gonna be pretty awesome. Also, they'll probably lose a lot more subs now. I was expecting at least 200,000 or 300,000 subscribers more. But I can definitely see at least 2 or 3 million players returning to the game once it's released. And also I can see new players joining because the game is kinda a lot different than it was before. And a lot of graphics are changed that a lot of people complain about. And a lot of these new things are added. And I know a lot of people that don't want to get into World of Warcraft because they get bored of leveling. Now they're gonna get to level 90 first, so it's gonna help them out a lot. And I'm expecting at least 2 or 3 million players joining the game in Warlords of Draenor. So that is all I have for this video. Thanks for watching, and in my opinion these news were really exciting and I really can't wait to find out more. Now a Q&A should be coming out soon, most likely tomorrow or the day after. Also some RP guides. I still haven't decided on which race, but it should be out soon. Anyways, don't forget to like, favorite and subscribe, and give some feedback on what you think and what you would like to see next. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video, and see you next time.